Good afternoon, friends. In last lecture, we discussed about the theory of relativity, in which we discussed about a frame of references, their types, and some background of relativity and their postulates. Now, in today's lecture, we are going to discuss about the Galilean transformation, Galilean transformation equation, inverse Galilean transformation, and so on. So, let us start with some background of relativity, or we will discuss some points from last lecture. The theory of special relativity assumes that the velocity of light is a universal constant. There is no universal clock in space time. The laws of physics, such as F is equal to ma according to Newton's second law of motion, force is equal to the rate of change of linear momentum with respect to time. F is equal to dp by dt. If we substitute the value of p is equal to mv, then dv by dt is nothing but a. That is why F is equal to ma, are independent of the relative motion of an inertial frame of reference. What is the inertial frame of reference? That we already discussed in last lecture. Time is a fourth dimension in addition to the 3 space dimension. The implication of special relativity are that moving clock slowed down and that moving object shrinks in the direction of motion. Means the length contraction and time dilation phenomena can be occurred in this special theory of relativity. These two events that occurs at a different times for one person can be simultaneous for a second person in motion relative to the first. Making sense of special relativity requires an understanding of Lorentz transformation, time dilation and length contraction phenomena. That is the second part of this chapter. Before starting a Lorentz transformation, we must know about Newtonian mechanics and Galilean relativity, that is a Galilean transformation equation. So, let us start step by step. First, we will discuss about the basic problems of Newtonian mechanics. Newtonian mechanics fails to describe properly the motion of object whose speed approaches that of light. Newtonian mechanics, having some limitations, is a limited theory, or it is also a limited theory. It places no upper limit on speed. It is contrary to modern experimental results. Newtonian mechanics becomes a specialized case of Einstein's special theory of relativity when speed are much less than the speed of light. That is why it is a special case of Einstein's special theory of relativity. These are some basic problems with Newtonian mechanics. Now, next move towards the Galilean relativity. Galilean relativity states that the laws of motions are the same in all inertial frame. Galilei first described this principle in 1632. Specifically, the term Galilean relativity usually referred to this principle as applied to a Newtonian mechanics, that is Newton's laws or holds good in all frame related to one another by Galilean transformation equation. Sometimes it is called Newtonian relativity. To describe a physical event, a frame of reference must be established. there is a no absolute inertial frame of reference in this universe. This means that the result of an experimental performed in a vehicle moving with uniform velocity will be identical to the result of the same experiment performed in a stationary vehicle. There are some reminders about inertial frame. Objects subjected to no force will experience no acceleration. Means one object remains at a stationary state or it moves continuously without applying external force. According to Newton's first law of motion, every body continue its state of rest or motion until some external force apply to change its state of rest or motion. Any system moving at a constant velocity with respect to an inertial frame must also be in inertial frame. According to the principle of Galilean relativity, the laws of mechanics must be the same in all inertial frame of references. That is why it is also called as Newtonian relativity also. We will discuss this Galilean relativity with one example, one simple example. Here we are able to see one truck is there and one person is standing in that truck. The truck moves with a constant velocity with respect to the ground observer. The observer in the truck throw a ball straight up. It appears to move in a vertical path for the person which is standing in the truck. The laws of gravity and the equation of motion under uniform acceleration are obeyed. Next, another person which is standing on the ground, he observing that person which is moving with respect to the truck. There is a stationary observer on the ground, view the path of ball thrown to be a parabola. The ball has a velocity to the right equal to the velocity of truck. For the ground based observer observes the path followed by the ball is parabolic, but the same ball can observe from the truck is a vertical. This is the main difference between the a frame of references. If from which frame you are observing the observer or event, it depends. The two observers disagree on the shape of the ball path because one observer is on ground and another is in truck. Both agree that the motion obeys the laws of gravity and Newton's laws of motion. Both agree on how long the ball was in the air. From this example, we can conclude that there is a no preferred frame of reference for describing the laws of mechanics. Now, on that basis, we are going to describe a Galilean transformation. Galilean transformation, also called as Newtonian transformation, is set of equation in classical physics that relate the space and time coordinate of two systems moving at a constant velocity relative to each other, adequate to describe phenomena at a speed much smaller than the speed of light. Galilean transformation formally express the ideas that space and time are absolute, that length, time and mass are independent of the relative motion. Means due to the relative motion, length, time and mass does not change. But if we consider in Lorentz transformation, or if that relative motion is equal to the velocity of light, at that time length get contracted and time get dilated. That we will discuss in Lorentz transformation in the next point. In physics, a Galilean transformation between the coordinates of two reference frames which differ only by constant relative motion within the constants of Newtonian physics. Let us consider a two frame of references, one is S and S prime. These are the two inertial frame. Let S be at a rest and S prime moves with uniform velocity v along the positive x direction. We assume that the velocity of light is very greater than the velocity of moving frame S prime v. Let the origin of the two frame coincide at t is equal to 0, O and O prime lies at a same point. Suppose some event occurred at the point P. The observer O in frame S determines the position of the event by the coordinate x, y and z. Similarly, the observer O prime in frame S prime determine the position of the event by the coordinate x prime, y prime and z prime. There is no relative motion between S and S prime along the axis of y and z, because our a moving frame S prime frame moves along a positive x direction only. That is why there is no relative motion along y and z direction. That is why y is equal to y prime and z is equal to z prime. Let the time proceed at the same rate in both frame. That is why t also equal to t prime. The distance moved by S prime in the positive x direction in time is equal to, in time t is equal to Vt. In time is equal to Vt. So, x coordinates of the two frame differ by Vt. Hence, relation between x prime and x is equal to, x prime and x is equal to, x prime is equal to x minus Vt. Then the transformation equation for S from S to S prime are, we are going to transform equation from a frame S to a S prime are x prime is equal to x minus Vt, y prime is equal to y, z prime is equal to z, t prime is equal to t. The inverse transformation from S prime to S will be x is equal to x prime plus Vt, y is equal to y prime, z is equal to z prime and t is equal to t prime. This is the inverse transformation from S prime to the S. Now, in general, the transformation of velocities from one to the another system is obtained by taking time derivative when the relative motion of the two frame is confined to the x direction. The transformation becomes as we know, x prime is equal to x minus vt. If we differentiate this equation with respect to the time, that is dx prime by dt prime is equal to dx by dt minus v dt by dt get cancelled. That is why dx by dt prime is equal to dx by dt minus v. Dx prime by dt prime is nothing but it is also a velocity with respect to s prime. That is why we can write u prime. Dx by dt is also a velocity with respect to s prime. That is why we can write u. It means u prime is equal to u minus v, or you can write u prime x subscript x, because our event or our s prime frame moves along positive x direction only. That is why we can write u prime x is equal to u x minus v only. If we differentiate this u prime is equal to u minus v with respect to t, then also we are getting acceleration. Du prime by dt prime is equal to du by dt minus dv by dt, but we know v is a constant and the derivative of any constant quantity is 0. That is why a prime du prime by dt prime is equal to du by dt. Du prime by dt is nothing but a prime, du by dt is nothing but a prime is equal to a. That is, accelerations are measured by the two observer in the two frames are the same. Hence, acceleration is invariant under Galilean transformation. Acceleration is invariant, but velocity is variant, because u prime is not equal to u, but acceleration a prime is equal to a. That is why acceleration is invariant under Galilean transformation. There is some note. The time is the same in both inertial frame as we discussed. Within the frame of classical mechanics, all clocks runs at the same rate. That is why t is equal to t prime. The time at which an event occurs for an observer in S is the same as the time for the same event in S prime. This turns out to be incorrect when v is comparable with the velocity of light, because when your object is moving with this with the velocity of light, at that time get dilates. That is why in Lorentz transformation t is not equal to t prime. Now, this is all about the Galilean transformation equation. Quick review of this point is, we must know a transformation equation: x prime is equal to x minus vt, y prime is equal to y, z prime is equal to z, t prime is equal to t. Inverse transformation: x is equal to x prime plus vt, y is equal to y prime, z is equal to z prime, and t is equal to t prime. If we differentiate that x prime with dt prime, x with dt, then we will get u prime is equal to u minus v, means velocity is variant under Galilean transformation. U prime is not equal to u. If we differentiate with respect to the t and dt prime, then we are getting acceleration. A prime is equal to a prime is equal to a. It indicates acceleration is invariant under Galilean transformation. These are the key points related with the Galilean transformation. If you have any doubt related with the Galilean transformation or Galilean relativity, Newtonian mechanics, then feel free to ask any type of query to me. I will try my level best to solve that query. Okay, thank you.